Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, good day and good evening, and welcome back to Northhorn with me, Chaiji, but you can just call me Kai. So, as usual, we will try to collect as many people as we can, and then we will go into Northhorn for about a full session, see what happens. Maybe there'll be another Fork Tower. But with that said, hey Talaba, hey Razor, hey Gazel, hey Lana, hey Tinley, hey Volter, hey Moist Potato, hey Vohijo, hey Mistel, hey Nosia, hey Agent Monica, hey Ham, hey Kate, and hey Crusher, hey Alice. Hope you're all doing very well. Nosia says, question of the day, on a lizard, which horn is considered the North Horn? You have 3 hours. I think it's that one. And now it's that one. Because it's facing more north. Now it's that one. Exactly, Asymmetricon, just like which way is west. No, it's that way. Hey Nox, hope you're doing well. Come on. It really wants to be on the main monitor, but it's not allowed to. Really wanted to be on the main monitor. A 15 streak! Nice, Mistel! Right, I think we're that everyone that wants to come is here. Hey Kupamana, hope you're doing well as well. Otherwise, hopefully people can catch the instance as we go. I also like how I feel like with each session, more people turn into tanks. Now, since I saw Cat earlier, but not there anymore. Cat told me that he got pizza. And he'll try and catch us later. Hey Cheetah, hope you're doing well. Agent Monica with the reverse Hawatcha. Bam 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 bam. Huh. Hey Dicky and Taro Taco, hope you're doing well. Wait. the horizontal mount over here. I don't think we're making this. But darn it, we will try, because there's nothing else right now. Ooh. Oh, right, we were leveling Berserker. Oh, yeah. That's what we were doing. Tara says, seeing all the Dawntrail content while in Stormblood makes me so jealous. I mean, you'll get there eventually, and in the meantime, you get to have fun with progging. Nation, hope you're doing well. Do, do, do. The artillery mage attacking from maximum range. Yeah, that's the thing, Taro, is that... I mean, you could speedrun it and then just enjoy the story later on an alt or something, but it's probably not gonna be the same. If you do it like that. Let's hear that, Sean. Which job did you pick up? Ugh. The max range right now is pretty busted. Poof. Meow. At the angle that I'm at, it almost looks like I just turn into a cloud of smoke and just reposition like a spell. Now, good thing we're about halfway through Berserker. It's so boring when your Phantom job doesn't really do anything. If I remember correctly, Deadly Blow, when in a position where its damage is like maxed out, is unfortunately just a regular GCD for Black Mage. Somewhere around there. It's not really worth the effort. It would work better on a tank or something, but I'm working on that. I'm working on that. We just need 5,000 more monies, then we can have a full tank set. Settled on Samurai. Oh, that's a fun one. Has a lot of room to grow, if you feel like it. Razor has a silver chest in the underground zone. Oh boy. Oh boy. I forgot that they shuffle around. Also, in other news, after about a week of not that, the world has decided that Denmark is hot again. It's really weird. Hey, Wolf Kid. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't even want it. He makes some time. Hope you're doing well. Bruh. It's okay, I didn't want my ley lines. There was not very much left in it. It's okay. It's okay. Bruh. I'm not allowed to finish my Blizzard forecast. He's just not gonna let me. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Godans! Hope you're doing well. We've just started, so hopefully it'll be great. It's okay, he said. Not okayly. Oh. Bomb. 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 Music stopping so suddenly. And that's nice, Echo Dance. A gear question. Let me hear it. Almost done with Culinarian? Nice. What's your opinion on 780 gear main crit versus 790 gear not main crit? Most of the, like, the probability that the item level alone isn't better is pretty low, which is to say it's a bit of a roundabout way of saying if there's crit on it, it's probably better. There's even a possibility that it's better even if there isn't crit on it. It kind of depends on what's on it instead. Dang it! So close! Crit is better than increasing main stat? Actually, Moist Potato, I said the exact opposite. What's the difference between directed and crit? I actually have a series of videos explaining how all of the secondary stats work, Menarch. Direct hit is a chance that scales pretty quickly with the stat of doing 25% more damage. Crit is a stat. By the way, direct hit starts at 0% chance, or 0% chance to do 25% more damage. Crit starts at 5% chance to do 40% more damage. But the crit stat increases the damage and the chance equally. Which means that if, for instance, you have like a best in slot set from Savage, you would have a chance to crit of about 25%, and that crit would do about 60% more damage, somewhere around those lines. But yeah, crit scales slower, but let's just say that the exponential effect of crit makes it so that, yeah, it's the best stat in the game. The thing is, Wolfkin, let me put it like this. In terms of damage, it is possible that the 780 is marginally better. If there's still crit on it, then no. Because what you're gonna do, Wolfkin, is you're gonna put a crit materia in the item, and then the difference is like 20. Oops. And let's just say that the power difference between crit and other stats is not even remotely high enough for that to make any sense to bother with, Wolfkin. Is Directed worth melting on healers? Damage-wise, obviously, but Determination crit increases healing. Directed is the best damage stat aside from crit for healers and tanks. Because while Directed and Determination scales nearly exactly the same, Determination scales like 2% better point for point. But because of the way stats work with each other, they like make each other better. If you have more Determination, the base damage of the attack will be bigger, which makes your direct hits bigger. If you have more Directed, you have a bigger chance of getting the direct hit itself, which makes Determination better. The best you can do between Directed and Determination is try to make it so that they're somewhat evenly matched, with Determination just slightly ahead. It's the best you can do. And because tanks and healers will never find Directed on their gear, Directed will be massively lower than Determination, which means that that relationship, that balance, starts like this, right? And then you need a lot of materia to even have a chance of it evening out. So if you're choosing between crit and something else, you'll typically pick crit. If you're picking between Directed and Determination, you open your character sheet and see which one is lower, and you pick that one. And for healers and tanks, Directed will always be lower, so you pick that one. If you need healing, you typically don't. Then you could pick Determination instead. I have a series on this topic. I've even revisited it. So I have 2 of the same series. But you could calculate it, Wolfkin. There are ways to do that. I would also just say that if you're choosing between 780 and 790 gear like that, what content do you need it for? If you need it for ultimate, then whichever job you're choosing for is probably only a healer. And healers will use the 790 set, as far as I know, just for the extra stamina and defense. Which is also something that comes from stats, remember. It would make a difference if it was like 785 versus 790. Not even that. Not even, like, the 20 points of crit or whatever, Wolfkin, will not make the difference. The only time where best in slot lists make this kind of consideration, Wolfkin, is if one of the stats on the higher item level piece is something like piety. Then we might have something to talk about, because piety, like, output-wise, is about as good as nothing, unless you needed the MP. There are cases where there is a small damage difference, but again, the power difference is typically so low, Wolfkin, that you'd probably... Like, how do I put this? If your only options are between 780 and 790 gear, in that sense, and there isn't a better option, then you're either a healer, in which case one of the options probably has piety on it, and then we might have a conversation. But the content where this would matter, like truly matter, you want the 790 because it has more defensive stats on it anyway, so no, there's no contest. And if you're not a healer, then you probably are not Savage rating, and if you're not Savage rating, then the higher item level will probably help you more in a lot of cases anyway. Need to revise what gear I get from Occult Crescent then? Why? The Occult Crescent gear is for Occult Crescent. I couldn't see for sure if this was a safe one. There was too many AoEs overlapping. Hey Jace, hope you're doing well. But yeah, if you're not Savage rating Wolfkin, then my recommendation is, does the 790 gear result in the GCD you want? Does it have the correct amount of skill speed or spell speed you want? Which could be 0. If yes, go for it. You will probably appreciate the higher item level in the long run. It may, like, overall, in the vast majority of cases, the only time where you actually have to worry about, like, the stats that are different on a piece is if you're comparing two items that have the same item level. Or, like, niche cases. Alright, Caitlin, have a good time. That is my advice, anyway. If you really want to get the maximum value out of the gear, though, Wolfkin, you will probably need to look into calculations. There is a way to find out exactly which one gives you more damage, but you will probably find that the answer is very boring. The difference is going to be like 0.0x% in damage difference. Hey, Naked Flame, hope you're doing well. One Xenoglossy. Thank you. That my gold trophy contribution. One Xenoglossy. Medal, please. Oh, right. Tower time. Meow. Hey Bronto, hope you're doing well. And guess I don't need this. Make space for some other stuff. Don't need that. Was it 3? Maybe it was 1, 2, and something else. Could be 1, 2, and 3, I think. Yep. ALTC! Hope you're doing well. Jesus started working on Deep Dungeon again. Which one are you working on? I agree, LTC. We've been had once again. I'm doing pretty well aside from the heat, Bronto. We're about to go into a tower with a fork. Hey, Shuki says still need to get Oracle to drop and trying to decide whether I should stick with the grind to upgrade my Orknaut gear to +1 to trade in, or if I should just start fresh in Northhorn. If you need anything else for coins in Southhorn, buy that. I believe others made the calculations and found that it is cheaper to just buy and upgrade a new set in Northhorn. Fortunately for me, when it comes to Southhorn, I just need the new ones that were added that you have to pay for. Pay silver and gold. Hey Jet, hope you're doing well. Bronson says it just got all the AR relics for Atma stage last night. Like, oh, before the Atma stage, or did you hand in the Atma for all of them? Atma is done. Okay, so book time. Ugh. Books. Ugh. And that is why I'm working on getting that done once and for all. Because I feel like, for me, the instant that the book step is done for all of the jobs, I will have no qualms doing the rest of the steps. Books is just too boring. And then I'll also finally not need to have this, like preemptive collection of lev quests ready at all times. But I believe I have less than 45 books remaining. Too many books. Yeah, the problem is mainly with the amount of books in on a whole character. Hey, Mystic Man. I'm glad you enjoyed your time in Crystal Tower. We're going into the Forked Tower of Magic. It's magic. Buffs. Buff get. Cause Bahamut but unsynced? Yeah, it's gonna be nice just to see the story there, Mystic Man. That's what you should focus on. Don't skip the cutscenes. That's why you're there. Magic shell? My god, how did I get this? that Mystic Knight? It's a mystical knight! Wait, where is Mystic Knight from? Is that from Southhorn? Is it from the shop and I haven't bought it yet? Skidoo. Skidoo. It is from south. Right. Boonk. 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 Yeah, I have to eventually get back and grab the jobs that I'm missing from Southhorn. But for now, we have plenty of Northhorn, or rather, plenty of Southhorn jobs to level in Northhorn. I'm not missing anything in that regard. Yeah, I still need a lot. I only have 8 finished. Like, I'm still at a low enough point. Uh-oh. Where, like, just leveling something will unlock me something on Freelancer. And Disease says, I wonder if Southhorn is going to be mostly deserted by now. I think probably, but I think, as Wolfkin says, there will probably also be plenty that will be participating in Southhorn because, you know, latecomers. Especially with content like this, where people are more likely to like realize after the fact that, oh, it could be cool to participate in. It's more likely that the early parts will certainly get like a bit of like revitalization. Remember to loot your things, everybody. Can you get reasonably easy 780 gear in Northhorn? Almost finished leveling every job now and want at least some level of useful gear on them so I can use them if I want. Menak, if you want easy gear, then the best way you can go about that is buy or make crafted gear that is 770 and then use Tomestones of Mathematics to upgrade it to 780. That is the easy way to get 780 gear. There are other ways to get 780 gear, but that is the easy way to do it. You can also get 780 gear from Northhorn, but there's a reason why my reaction to someone mentioned, like to Wolfkin mentioning 780 gear as something they were thinking of with Northhorn is like, why would you do that? Because it's not an efficient way to get like 780 gear. It's better to just augment crafted gear. This will be handy very soon. I mean, it will be handy eventually, although it might be different depending on what timing you hit endgame. What do you do in Northhorn then? Because my relic grind is done. You play the content. What you're observing now is what you do in Northhorn. Yeah. It's game. It's a piece of content that people do for the sake of doing it. Also, speaking of... What's happening over there? Oh dear. I think this pull got very interesting because it's like really dragging out. And people are dying throughout it. So the mobs kind of just derp around. And apparently people only stopped here because they needed a specific mob to die so we can continue. This is weird. This is what I call weird. Like there's a bunch of rewards you can get from it, Menak, that is like emotes, mounts, all sorts of stuff. But ultimately, it's not like intended necessarily as a way to gear. You could gear this way, but the maximum item level from here is acquired much slower than simply augmented crafted gear. And it's not like it's not a case of, oh, but that's because the augmented crafted gear came later. No, it's the same patch. So, it wasn't really... It was never that. It could be, but that's not what it's for. As you may recall, you didn't even need to do this specifically for most of the relic grind. It's just a way. Maybe they don't have much gil. I would say, Diki, that if you don't have the gil to buy a crafted set and such, fair enough. But you might still be better off simply doing something that can earn you that gil then specifically farm a full gear set through Northhorn. Granted, some of the items you can get from Northhorn are at a price point where if you got one of them, you could just sell that. And then you have the money for a full crafted set. Like, that's absolutely an option. A Silver Shadow will be doing well. Uh-oh. Ow. Thank you. So many swords! Ow. Well, this time I survived the whole pull. Well, the trick, Menag, is that what I'm getting at is that the amount of time and energy you would need to invest in getting gear from, for instance, Northhorn, is such that you would be like, if all you want is the gear, then you would be better off making gil, buy a crafted set, augment the crafted set, and then get more gil and more mathematics, rather than farm gear in Northhorn, where you will get less mathematics per hour, by the way. And like, I mean, potentially you will get less skill. You might also get more. It's really like entirely down to chance at this point. It's really cursed that this is the way people have decided to do it. Just run. Any Masonite? I just realized Crusher's here as well. Fantastic. Community takeover. Well, we are nearly 50% of this tower run, I think. Even waved at me earlier? Sorry. It's a little difficult in the crowd if you have like a chat log stuff enabled for your emotes. There's a better chance that I would notice, but even then it might have been too chaotic and I didn't notice. Sorry about that. Yeah. Ancient Blizzard! Ancient Lizard! Lizard. But it is an unfortunate thing with the augmented crafted gear that you're kind of using the same currency to upgrade relics. So I can see the problem. That's also why I'm not augmenting any of my crafted gear. It's because I'm like, I'd rather spend that on relics, and then we'll see near the end of the expansion when I'm done with that. Death Shroud. Hey, Sugar. Hope you're doing well. So far, no death from me, at least. You know. Knock on wood. Dark current. Arr. Oh, right, the wave. Of course, that's what that means. And we're back in Death Shroud with the weird heads with no noses. Is relic farming right? Nah. Nah. This is just hanging out on Northhorn. We're grinding Northhorn. Specifically, for the sake of Northhorn. I grinded all the things I needed for the relics. Like, in the first week, like in the first few days of the update. And now I'm just, like, I just need more mathematics. Northhorn is used for playing in Northhorn, Zero Sugar. What is Savage Raids used for, Zero Sugar? What are Savage Raids used for? Guy's tempting fate. Get him! Oh no! Savage is used for gear. What is MSQ used for? Leveling? Tombstones and XP? I mean, Menag, I was talking about MSQ, not MSQ roulette. What is opening Final Fantasy XIV used for? Exactly, Nosha. We're hanging out in Northhorn because it is content that can be played. I forgot to loot the spoils here, I think. Are there spoils here? I may also have forgotten to loot something after the second boss. It's really annoying. How far can you go back? Guess you can't. You can go back to the start of the end. Well, I guess I'll have to do that. Exactly, Shirjoga. The reason why we're in Northhorn is to play. And to proc this. There are tons of things to level in Northhorn itself. Say, Seraph, hope you're doing well. Part of Occult Crescent. I mean, yeah, I thought that what much was a given since you were like, this is relic grind, right? Since the relic grind is so heavily tied to Occult Crescent. Alice, is the need for everything to have a use in an MMO doesn't make sense to me, and specifically an MMO problem. No one needs a use for playing Elden Ring. I will say that it is definitely a bigger problem in MMOs, but even something like Elden Ring, you will find people that go, what's the point of doing all of these optional dungeons that just give a random item that you won't need for anything? The item is bad, hence why bother doing it, and things like that. But I think it's like a general, like, almost like gaming issue, in a way. Exactly, DK. But to be fair, I will also say that in Elden Ring, there are so many small dungeons that there are definitely some of them where you're like, I don't need to do all of them. No worries, Sugar. My point was just that going in and going, what's the point of this content, is like, we're here to meme it up. We're here to party. Like, even something like daily roulettes, there is some level of it where I'm like, I do some of the dailies just to play. Even if there's like, oh, well, you get tombstones. It's like, yeah, there are definitely priority lists to that. Some of them could be skipped. Bronson does it for the completion aspect. Yeah, also that. Was it 14 arcane amulets per run? That was the expected amount? 17? We did not get 17 last run. I think 17 is the maximum amount, right? Wasn't there some luck involved in that? Ow. I think someone time maged me. I was so confused that my spells were instant. Teldemar time maged me. Thank you. I think that's also something that a lot of people deal with Liashioki, that because there's so many things, you kind of need, like, you can't just play a game forever, feels like, just because you could hypothetically do it. You need to find a stopping point and see where you can consider it completed. I actually did knock back in Vuln that, and then I got a Vuln stag anyway. So I was looking for what hit me, which is what I didn't see. Being out, probably. No worries here, sugar. That's a fast Cheesity. Ow. Hey, Matt. Hope you're doing well. How's the hoarding going? Pretty good. I forgot at least one chest somewhere, I believe. So how does one go back? A portal. I had a feeling it would be. It'll be a pain though. Well, is it that bad? Alright, Civ. You forget the last boss chest too? I think so. I feel like I looked very closely and didn't see anything. That's a little bit frustrating. I was actually looking at the last boss like, does that not have a chest either? Does it have the teleport on the last boss? I feel like I looked there. Well, I'll try and get it. I did not forget the chest after the first boss. Exactly, Seraph. What's the point of anything? It's all an endless cycle. I have to repeat all of my tasks every day. It's a little bit awkward that you only get 10 minutes when it takes like 5+ to run through the entire thing. It's off. Makes you learn from your mistakes and not forget next time. I feel like, I mean, all I'm saying is it's a little silly that they do it like that. IMO. Where's the chest in this room? Because I feel like I missed it because it's somewhere weird. Where is it? Where is it? Where I'm at now? By the... What? Before the stairs. Where? Seems you picked it? Which one did I miss then? You said you definitely missed one. Maybe the optional in the second and last, second and third. I picked that one too. How many artifacts did you get? 14? You got 14. How many are at the last boss? 3. Well, then I didn't miss any. Ah! The only 3 I'm missing is from the last boss. Yeah, I missed the last boss because I was focused on getting the other ones, and I looked all over here, like, where is it? It's not here. And then I ran to the last room because maybe it's there, and with all the people running, I couldn't see that. Have a good time, Salabal. It's okay, guys. It's all in good fun. And I got the things anyway. It's really silly. It is my bad that I wasn't paying attention to what I did and didn't pick up. Because I was the one getting confused originally. We got loads of lizard zoomies, at least. Anyway, apparently an hour had passed while we were in there, so there's an ad break over on the Twitch side of things coming up. So, see you in a bit if you get yoinked into it. You know, the battle against the pre-roll. The War of the Pre-Roll. I'm just glad I didn't miss any. It was just really confusing because I thought I had missed some. I mean, LTC, you kinda did your part. Sure am glad that we will soon be done with Berserker, so I can have a Phantom job again. Ow. Uh-oh. I could use the Berserker, but I needed to be a tank to really do anything with it. And I would like to have a tank set before I do that. Although we can buy an additional piece now. We could just do that. We don't risk having to cap on monies. I'm still working on the Southhorn ones, LTC. Which ones remain? Ranger, I believe. Oracle. And then the question is whether we go to Southhorn to get the rest, or we just level Northhorn jobs. The logic is that the Southhorn jobs require less XP to max out. Oracle is really funny, so I've heard. So I have heard. I'm pretty sure Ranger is Southhorn. Isn't it? How many do you miss in Southhorn? I believe I'm missing the 3 that got added later. Which I believe is Dancer, Gladiator, and Mystic Knight. How many jobs are there in total? $23 plus freelancer. 6. 13, 19, 20. So I'm missing 4 jobs. What's the last one I'm missing? Maybe there's a gold job I didn't buy here. Samurai! Right. I never picked that one up because it required money to do stuff. I got Chemist, but not Samurai. That Samurai is also Southhorn, right? Well then, 4 Southhorn jobs missing then. We'll have to do the big grind eventually. Oop. No, I wasted a polyglot. How will I ever financially recover from this? Yeah, I do agree with that, by the way, Mystic Man, that 14 has made sure that there are a lot of things you can do in the game that has, like, depth in it, so you can do whatever you want. Hey, Shaq! Hope you doing well. No more work till Tuesday. Oh! A little bit of a holiday? A little bit of holiday. We just did a Fork Tower, by the way, Shaq. So we already covered that one on the stream. Which raid do you think takes the most time to learn but has the least application to other raids and their mechanics? What do you need the information from this question for, Mystic Man? A lot of raids repeat similar types of mechanics. What will ultimately be the hardest one is, as Seraph says, the one where you learn all the things for the first time. There's of course some of them that have more unique mechanics. But if you're choosing what raids to explore in some fashion based on that, then you're making a video game that should be fun into homework. Hey, Shackman, hope you're doing well. I am well aware that guides and whatnot can sort of do that all on its own, but each raid has their own, like, sort of mechanics, and each boss may have, like, specific mechanics, and each series may focus on specific things. There are some, like, repeats in certain raids that can be for various different reasons. But I don't think any one of them is, as a result, like, more useful as, for instance, a teaching tool or something like that. How much you'll have to memorize? A huge part of it, Mystic Man, is not memorization, it's muscle memory. The reason why I know all of these duties, like, just at a glance, is because I've done them so many times. Like, for instance, if you've seen me do Ramu Extreme in Mentor Roulette, I've done Ramu Extreme in Mentor Roulette at least over a dozen times. I have kind of gotten used to what things people remember and what things they need to be told to do. And what things I need to watch out for, what people will not do, what people are more likely to remember. And play around those mistakes, because I've done it so many times. I've essentially muscle memoried other people's mistakes. And some of it also just comes by doing the hard content. For example, One thing we in the Savage Raid team started to notice a lot more as we started Savage Raiding is that ins and outs and left and right cleaves are really common. To the point that when I see a donut AoE or a circle AoE, I'll usually move out to the other or into the other. Like, reactively, like, oh, well, one of them happened, let me dodge into the other one in case there's a follow-up. And if there's a left and right cleave, I'll move into the first one to dodge the second one in case it's coming. Because that's such a common thing. And yeah, speaking of which, Weaver. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Maybe, Minark. The thing is, in Northhorn, you'd probably want a full set of gear for one specific role. Not like individual pieces because, oh, I'm just missing this one thing for this specific job and things like that. But if you want to explore Northhorn specifically for Northhorn, then you could get a few pieces of gear from Northhorn to fill out what you're missing. But it's not gonna be an efficient way to kill two birds with one stone. You should only do that if you're like, oh man, but I really want to do Northhorn. Then yes, technically you can get gear from Northhorn. I should finish Berserker on a Fate. Oracle, then. Oh yeah, Oracle is like super weird. Predict. When the effect of a prediction expires, a new prophecy is granted. If all predictions expire without a commensurate action being used, the prophecy changes to false prediction, causing damage over time to self with a potency of 50,000. The big damage one costs 90% of your max HP. Oh, cool. Can you see which one you get? Like, is the use of the prediction... If I'm understanding this correctly, it's when I click the button, I have, is it 30 seconds to use the prediction? And if I don't, then I get the false prediction, and that will kill me. Or is it you click it, and it will cycle through them, and then you choose to use it when it's on the right one? Will I take damage? Yes, you take damage. No, take a lot of damage. So in that case, what I should probably do on something like a Black Mage is better to go Judgment rather than Starfall. All in. I don't think I will with 0 healer nearby. How much damage is it anyway that it deals the enemies? A lot? Wow. Hey Ross, hope you're doing well. $1,000. Really? Oh, that wasn't even big enough to hit. It needs to be closer for that. So it's 1,000, but you also take mega damage yourself, or 500, but you also heal yourself. I guess the question is how much damage it is. I think I was too far away, so I didn't do any damage with it when I tried cleansing. Ah, 200,000, that's alright. So the 1,000 would be 400k damage. It's not very good. By Northhorn standards, it's not very good. Once a minute? Really? I mean, 200k as an OGCD is pretty good, but it comes off a GCD, so it still costs a GCD to do it. Oh, that's why we're missing so many people. I didn't even realize it was pot time. There's also a dead elf situation, very true. Oh. Mr. Man says, my cat can't jump because of this ability, so he just tried to hop and immediately fell. He looks so grumpy. Oh man. He forgot that it's not an option. Dang it. Man. Oh. Well, I was hoping to get a specific one, but I didn't realize that you specifically only see every option exactly once. What does that do? Its groupation is self or target party member. When effect expires, removes one single detrimental effect from target all nearby party members. Changes to fortified recuperation if effect is not triggered. Removes the detrimental effect from target and nearby party members if afflicted with a detrimental effect. What? So it removes a debuff when it expires. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, it doesn't heal. Looks like it's like a trap Warden is peeing. Oh yeah, Tower's back. Can we make that and also do the Fate? Ta-da! So much tower. And so much death. Hey cat, hope you're doing well. Was the pizza good? I guess what you could do with the recuperation is you could, if you're really quick about it, you could use your prediction, you predict, and then just use recuperation on yourself. I don't know if the debuff that comes from it was removable, but if it is, you could just recuperate yourself, and then if you time it exactly right, then if you goof it, you get the dot, and then it's just immediately removed. Precious is gonna join your group? Yes, you can. And Cat is also here. You should never get the Dawn. I mean, that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, technically, you could do that. Just do one then the other. As like a security measure in case you forget. Is the dot even... Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see. I got it earlier, but I didn't see. I died immediately. Because I was like, I saw a specific heal pass through and I wanted that one, but I was like 1 second too late and I hope it like rotate a little bit more, but it shows each one only once and then you die. Hey, Zip Zap. That's okay, Crusher. I would have just said, nah, I can't do that if I couldn't do that. But that's okay. If I had space, it would grab you. So if I said no, it would have been like... There would be a good reason. Is there much more grind to do after books with AR relics? Yeah. There's the Alexandrite step. And there's the quest step. And then there's 2 light farming steps. The light farming steps are pretty small. And the quest step, once you've cleared one relic, you can do most of the quest steps simultaneously with a book step. And the Alexandrite is something you can like collect as you go. And then just like work your way through like applying it. Like the reason why we do the book steps in a specific order when I do them is because that first of all means that I can predict which live quests to grab in advance. And it also means that the quest step is being completed. I guess that's true, Jay, is that the jobs would have more space on their hotbars for phantom actions. That's a good point. Kaboom. Kaboom. AR map's good for what? For getting Alexandrite? Sure. I mainly get my Alexandrite from doing maps. Specifically the maps that you get for the books. You can't do just any map. It has to be specifically the ones given to you in the context of Alexandrite farming. You can get them either once per day by doing, I believe, a high-level dungeon while having the daily. Or you buy them for 75 poetics. And that is a pretty, like, that's pretty solid. I nearly exclusively get them for just doing the daily, though. I don't think I've bought any. And I'm, like, almost finished. Because I've been at it for that long. I have, like, Ilana, I have technically included in my like homemade spreadsheet and all that. I have included the Alexandrite with a poetics cost. It's just that anything that is more easily acquired by paying poetics or exclusively acquired by paying poetics take priority over something you can get in a different way. So many AoEs. So many AoEs, full name Blue, so many AoEs hit. Yeah, yeah, something like that. This man was asked what his mechanics list should be, and he was like, I like circles, actually. Would you like something else? You know what? A little bit of donut while we're at it. Like a single cross AoE would be cool too, I guess. Cat forgot the loot. Oh man. It's the worst. At least you know you forgot it. At least you know for sure that you forgot it. Would be a lot worse if you thought you did. Then you had to run through the entire dungeon to check that you didn't. Who would do that? Who would do such a thing? Shouldn't forget yours? No, I have 29 now. I definitely have more than before I entered that room. Lana, the reason why I just did it gradually is because I knew that I would need all sorts of other materials, and if I haven't finished those, then why hurry? I had a feeling that I would finish, that I would probably, like, I would buy maps if I ran into a situation where I was, like, where I needed Alexandrite for something, but that has never been a problem. So I've just spent my products elsewhere. I'm actually really close to having finished a whole bunch of things. Like, I almost have every single one of the weird materials, you know, the unidentified thingies. Like, I'm almost done with that. And then I'll be able to get more inventory space because I think I'll be able to buy all of the things I need for that. Ow. And once I have those, I believe the only thing I'll be missing is Alexandrite and books and Mahatma. Unidentified material object. Umo. Exactly. Precisely. Only Shuki, what I was paying attention to was whether I had the same as when I entered. But I do get your point. Have a good one, Noja. Shack, the trash mobs can be leashed? Apparently. Apparently. I think someone just is shooting at me. I appreciate it. I had a blind that was messing with me. I'll just get a like a stab wound that'll mess with me instead. Oh, right. And to be clear, Jace, based on the amount of effort it takes to do a Heaven's Ward relic, my perspective on it is that I'm like, oops, gradually collecting all of them, and I'm out. Well, I did have to 1 stacks. I was making sure to get them. There's no need to put so much effort into raising a poor black mage that will just die again, maybe. I'm trying to make it so that I have all of the things needed for the various relics. And then just work my way through. I actually have a Heavensward Dark Knight relic in the works. It's just that I've been focusing my energy on the... A Realm Reborn relics first. And I need to finish all of those A Realm Reborn relics to be able to make it turn into getting space back. Seraph with the, "You're that god-slaying realm-saving adventure I hear about? Make me a sandwich." I mean, you gotta admit, if they like, that makes for quite a story. Yeah, I met the Warrior of Light. Yeah, I did. What he did for me? Oh, he made me a sandwich. What? Yeah. Weirdly, he'll do anything as long as you give them something for it. It actually doesn't matter what you give them. I gave him like 5 gil. I'm pretty sure the sandwich I asked for was like at least 5,000 gil. It's a really good sandwich, but I mean, like when we finished, he pulled out like this huge book that said achievements on it. He like put like a little notch on a page that I think had like 1,000 notches on that specific page. I don't know what his motivation is, but I guess like that he is happy. I mean, whatever. Like, I'm happy. I got a sandwich and a story, and they got, I don't know, something. Hey, Geodes. Bob, if you wear a sign that says part of MSQ, the Warrior of Light will do anything. Yeah, he'll do anything, literally. If you don't wear that tag, the Warrior of Light will do a lot of things, but some of them will not help you. Hey, cat. It's quite a stampede behind us, isn't it? A little scary. Oh yeah, I guess that is an option. Yeah. Fly off into the sunset. Well, I don't know actually. Oh, fantastic, Seraph. Thank you. We needed that. It's crucial information, actually. Don't think how we would survive without it. Bang! Wha-bang! Wha-blam! Ow. I will say the damage, even the 500 potency thing Oracle can do, is at a point where it's actually not bad compared to like what Cannoneer can do. Like this 1, 2, 3 of 3 G-Cities every 30 seconds or so is 240. Meanwhile, Oracle with 500 potency and a heal attached is like 200k or almost every minute for 1 G-City invested. I mean, it's not bad. Definitely not bad. I think it's just that Cannoneer requires so little effort to do it. You just hit button. You get like 3 instant GZs, nice mobility. Playing chicken with Oracle is more engaging. I mean, I haven't used the one that hurts yourself. But just the one that, like, isn't dangerous to use is already pretty solid. Is what I'm saying. You don't even need to use the cursed one to do some decent damage with it. Because of the 3 G-Cities, Cannoneer is probably better on something like healers. Uh-oh. Probably. Well, it's difficult, because the reason why it's solid on Black Mage is because Enochian will boost all 3 hits. And the frequency at which you need it, like, you need your damage boost to hit all of the cannon hits, is why Black Mage is so good at it. The problem is, of course, that it's a Black Mage, so they might not need that attack. Good work, Mystic Man! Like, the cannon attacks for Black Mage is almost like just getting 3 extra polyglots. Now, every 30 seconds. Just 3 extra ones. Which, you know, admittedly, not bad. Not bad at all. Like, if you could just choose to have 3 extra polyglots every 30 seconds, that sounds pretty insane. It's just that relative to what other options you have, it's kind of, eh. I'm just sticking to Cannoneer because it doesn't require a lot of effort to do, so I can focus on the mechanics that I'm still failing, by the way. Thank you. Also true, it does not affect the Black Mage rotation in the slightest. You just do it, and then you just keep going with whatever you were doing. Yeah. I tried to jump to someone, but I wasn't fast enough. Oh no, LTC! So of course the time I step into alternating safe zones early is the time it one-shots me, and I was the only rescuable person in the critical engagement. Oh no! Is that the critical engagement failing? Oh no! I don't know if you can use Phoenix Downs in Northhorn. You cannot. You were not wrong, Brontome. Unless you had, like, a lot of skill speed. If I recall correctly... Gunbreaker was pretty tight on the gauge generation before the changes. You spent 20 seconds spending all of the, like, the cartridges you got, and then over the next 40 seconds you needed at least one more to do a Gnashing Fang, which would take 7.5 seconds. So that's 15 seconds, right? A full 1, 2, 3 to generate the cartridge, and then an extra 1, 2, 3, which is a Gnashing Fang. And that leaves 25 seconds. So you have exactly 3 1, 2, 3s. And then one extra GZD, where you could do whatever you want, like Burst Strike, which maybe you don't want to do. But that's, you know, only half of the story, because before the change, you would, like, the 2-minute burst, you'd get an extra 3 cartridges and things like that. But it is worth mentioning that Gunbreaker's cartridge spending was pretty strict in a way. Nemia! Lana says that you can, in the Fork Tower, use, use the Phoenix Downs. That's interesting. Sorry for the one Lala got defensive about it once. I'm more careful with when I share the fun fact. You know, that's understandable. Could you imagine? Propulsive Prophecy. Well, that's a knockback, isn't it? Like the cleansing one. It looks very destructive. And it doesn't seem to have a drawback other than needing to use it at the right time. Uh-oh. I needed to focus on both the elements and also the buttons, so I mistimed it, expecting it to be cleansing, and then it was Starfall, and then I died. Well, I guess I would have died anyway, so maybe it was worth. Maybe that was actually the Galaxy Brain move, is, well, I was gonna die anyway. The way that we do this, Geodes, is that we do one full instance of Northhorn. And when that time is up, that's also about when I would end the stream anyway. So if you miss the initial entry timing, then the best you can do is try and find your way into the instance when it isn't full, of course. It's very convenient that it lasts exactly 3 hours. By the way, Cat, remember you forgot something at the first boss? Anyway, I see that the next hour began while we were in there. So for those that will have to fight the good fight against the ads, we know how it goes with the pre-rolls and all that. See you in a bit. Boop. And also, you can Phoenix in Fog Tower normal. Nice. That's good to know. I think we're on a dangerous corner for this. I'm just gonna run away. You've learned Phantom Doom? 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 Chance to afflict target with Phantom Doom. Target is incapacitated when effect ends. Shares a recast time with recuperation. Has no effect on targets outside of combat. The effect ends upon target leaving. What? Is this for enemies or what? I don't understand. This is for enemies, right? It seems to be the theme of Oracle. Reads text. What? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Nothing happened! Fantastic! Amazing! What a spell! We did it, everybody! We cast Doom and found something that is obviously invulnerable to it. Could you imagine, though? How funny it would be if it just randomly worked on this guy. Cat is getting his Phantom Zoomies. Fantastic. Zoomy, zoomy, zooma, zoomy, zoomy, zooma. Agent Cat. I think there is exactly one open spot in this instance. But it was full like 2 minutes ago when we checked. Oh no! It'll make me run away! Shaq says, after the last time I tried to snipe in and failed, I'm just going solo with an hour to go. Yeah, it's fair. That is fair. This is also part of the reason why I try hard to make sure we grab as many people as we can before we go in initially, because it's a lot easier if we can just bring the people from the very start. That's certainly a mount. Do mounts need to be something that could feasibly move? I guess not. I guess not. Could we make a wall a mount? I don't see why not. Whatever. Hey, Wriggle Knight. No be doing will. The Fog Tower Blood Mount is a well, yeah, it's a cube with arms. You're right. That also doesn't really move very well. Of these three, I feel like Phantom Rejuvenation is the most useful. Wow. The mount looked exactly like the head from Smileton. feel like you can't complain about mounts when one of them is just an orb. Also true. Again, I thought it was funny that it feels like nothing is off the table. Anything could be a mount. Absolutely anything. And Jacob is here. Hey. Can we make it up to the critical engagement? 1 minute remains. The Chinese MMO mount, a bunch of... Oh yeah! I do remember seeing that. What a mount. It's getting dragged along by dogs as a mount. Omens is my favorite mount is a bed. Yeah, exactly, the magic bed. The magic bed. The magic bed. The magic bed. I can never fully remember what is what on this one. Magic bed related to the magic school boss? Maybe. Not my school boss though. And for those that don't know, we call my eight-man mount that looks a little bit like a huge whale boss. We call that the magic school boss. And yes, it's a reference. Says it's related to how sleepy I am, having missed an hour of stream again due to taking a nap. Oh no! Surely with 3 healers it's safe to use Starfall? I mean... Unfortunately, Wriggle Knight, I am the black mage that will step out of AoEs, even though my ley lines are in the AoEs. So there's a very low chance that I would use... Ow. The Starfall unless I could heal it myself. Just do Berserker, but I'm leveling jobs, and I already leveled Berserker. What's north? Can I make it to the chest first? Cat says Thief feels like Phantom deadweight. Thief is definitely the you do need this job for specific purpose in this area, right? Because it doesn't do anything on its own. You do know that, right? Kind of job. It has like a sprint, which is fun, and you start a fight with like a super devilment if you make sure to do it in advance. But if you're not doing any of those things, or if the fight drags on, then most things you're not doing anything. Yeah, exactly. You have Phantom Zoomies. Hey, Rhea, you're a be doing will. You only need one, just like Final Fantasy 1. Oh, man. Far, far to the southwest. Phantom Lizazumis. I think Cat is doing Phantom Cat Zoomies, which is still something. Far to the west? Far to the west, actually. Far to the... Well, in that case, I think I did it right. This tank with an Uwu weapon is doing single pulls in Castrum? Well, I mean, technically, I guess having done Uwu doesn't mean you have any skills at doing dungeons. Or any skill at doing dungeons as a tank, I guess. Northeast. For a second I was worried that it would send me onto the isle again. That would take a lot of time. I mean, on the other hand, Deadman, if you can beat an ultimate, you're probably skilled enough to be able to handle bigger pulls in Castrum. Down there? It better be down here, because it's gonna take too long to get back up again. There it is. And we have... monies. Now, will I be able to make it over to the critical engagement in time? Like, on the one hand, having like an ultimate weapon or a title doesn't mean that you're any good in non-ultimate content. At the same time, if you can beat something like Uwu, then surely you can pull 2 packs in Castrum, right? At the very least. Good news, they know how to use mitigation. Oh, well, that's at least something. Here it says I'm able to beat Uwu, but I cannot clean my room. Well, to be fair, those two things are very different. My God. It's that. Hey Rob Gero, hope you're doing well. Machinist isn't the job that gets the most buttons. It's probably between Scholar and Paladin, I think. Especially Scholar, because it might want to use the pet placement actions. And that means that it has more buttons than all other jobs if it does. Whether it has too many, in my opinion, I don't really mind. As long as the buttons do something useful, then I don't see any reason in not having them. No, because I'm feeling kind of hungry, but I already ate 5 ice creams today. I mean, that's probably not super filling. A 6 ice cream would fix it? I mean, it would probably help if you're hungry. Oh, wow. We did it! We got all the silver ovals for a full tank set. We could go tank now. Randomly 1,000 coins on the floor. How does this set even look? Wow. Okay. It'll be better in pink. Yeah, that's also what I was thinking. It definitely has the classic with like female armor. That's for certain. And it is rolling with that. Gero, back in Endwalker, I did a series of streams. I was doing small challenges while doing dailies. I have, and also had at the time, an Xbox controller. I decided that I didn't want to play on controller, so I'm not going to. You play on controller because you want to, right? You didn't have to retract the comment. You can't afford a good PC. You can use mouse and keyboard on a console, I'm pretty sure. You just have to buy a mouse and a keyboard. Huge brain time. The 6 ice cream did not fix it. Well, Ure says, I used mouse and keyboard on my PS4 for chat and menu. I don't know anything about consoles. I don't know. I barely even know what a Series S is. Yeah, I'm not gonna start playing 14 with a controller. I don't think I would find that very fun, so I'm not going to do that. I know, Rovgero. I'm just saying it anyway. That I'm not gonna do that. Which is also why I don't really give very much advice on how to do things on controller, because I don't know. I haven't played it. Right, and then they shuffle. I like how it almost looked like they just rotated. Alright guys, let's confuse the enemies by rotating 90 degrees. What? Steve? Again? Why would that confuse anybody? No, I was just thinking. Confuse me? I just realized that I think I might have goofed something and wasted a mana font. Just absent-mindedly. That moment when you try to be funny but play Black Mage at the same time, that might be difficult. The reason I think I goofed it is because I realized I already had 3 Umbral Hearts. Which I probably shouldn't have if I did it right. Dang it, I missed Jacob with that heal. Man. Berserker moment. Oh, mechanics, you have to dodge. Oh, but I just clicked a button that makes me unable to control my character, so pray for me. That is definitely a berserker moment. That sequence definitely had a screw you in particular to it. There's almost no control scheme that couldn't work. Oh yeah, tower again. I think I will skip tower this time. Hey, Dairo, hope you're doing well. Hey, Kaching, hope you're doing well. I mean, if you want to do the talk, go right ahead. I'm just saying that I think I will pass. I'm looking at the time. A treasure run. I wouldn't mind one more critical engagement. Or that. And a critical engagement. Random mimic. Can we do both? Crusher, as far as we know, if you enter, it will give you like a full hour of instance timer so that you can make it for certain. And us going out will just mean that you'll suddenly find yourself very lonely. LTC says I'm used to being here alone. Oh. Oh, man. If it tells you your group is missing. I don't think so. But if you're afraid of that, Crusher, you could just... like... If you're afraid that it'll do something like that, I guess it wouldn't know if you weren't in our party anymore. But I don't see it happening. I don't see it grabbing you in any way. I'm pretty sure it will just kick us out and then someone else will be leader. Gigas. Exactly that. I'm pretty sure that's how it works, Gooberman. I do agree. It's just that I'm usually... one of the, like, the people that lose their timer. But I think after this one, I'll just do some, like, inventory cleanup and then hop out. You know, it's funny, Jacob. I leveled Berserker to max today, and I don't think I've used the... I used maybe Deadly Blow, like, a couple times. Because it was just not worth using anything else as Black Mage. It's pretty funny how that goes. I guess the Deadly Blow could easily be like an extra polyglot, but the risk... Unbowed spirit. Unchainsawed body. Ooh, little square for me. Hey. We got the Phantom Rejuvenation. Oh, right, there's also pots. We're not making that. We finished one more job. And got close with another one. It's pretty nice. And among the Southhorn jobs we have left, I believe we have Ranger and Chemist. In addition to Oracle. So I guess I am soon closing in on a point where I either have to level Northhorn jobs or I have to go and grab the remaining Southhorn ones. I'll promote you to leader, Crusher. Guess you'll be here for a bit. You might need it inside the land of the tower as some of us leave. But I think I will head out. I will just leave the party. It's convenient that we don't have these where we have to rush it to the finish because we get extra time from the tower itself. Got another 3 hours of Northhorn. We finally finished the tank set, so next time we could go tank, which could be really handy for some jobs like Oracle to be really funny. But that was what I had planned. Little chill in the Northhorn. I hope you had fun. But on that note, if you'd like to be part of the Discord community server, there's a link right there in the chat. There you'll find the weekly schedule where you can see what else is coming up in coming days, usually updated Sunday or Monday. You also find the announcement room with links to videos and streams when I put them out. And if you grab the reminder roll in the role assignment room, you get a notification whenever I do that. Also, the next run around 15 minutes before stream starts, you can catch it right when we go live. And if you'd like to support the channel even more directly, you can like over on the YouTube side of things, you can follow, you can subscribe, you can super chat, you can cheer, you can become a member, all of that goodness. If you don't like any of that, there's also the Ko-Fi link out. I'll post it right there in the chat. It all helps support me in the channel directly, so I can focus on doing stuff like this with all of you without having to worry about algorithms. So thank you so much for the support. But let's see if we can raid somebody. Let us see if we can raid somebody. None of our usual ones are doing something that aligns, I feel. You'll need 2k silver and 3.2k gold in Southbound for the jobs you're missing. I'm missing all 3 of the new additions, and then I also need Samurai. A small lizard named Chaiji is, yeah, well, I think he's about to round off, unfortunately. Let's hop over to Butters. He's doing some art. Let's do that. But on that note, good night, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where in the world, and hope to see you all very soon. Bye bye!